What is going on, lovely people? Welcome back to Steel City Motors and another vehicle highlight. I am definitely excited about this one, and today you see our location is a little bit different for filming. I'm usually filming out there on the lot, but it is hot, y'all. It is in the upper 80s, and I feel like I am going to be a deep fried crispy manager, so we're going to film right up in here, and we might start actually filming a little more often under the awning, including for like things like bad weather, for heat, and just for lighting, because I definitely like the way the lighting is down here. It's not overwhelming from the sun kind of being right in the middle of the sky and really blazing down on our vehicles. So today we are looking at this 2014 GMC Acadia SLT-1. It is a beautiful vehicle with lots to offer, so let's get into it. Looking at the exterior, you can definitely tell that this is a little bit of a higher trim like the SLT-1. As I've mentioned, we've got the badging, we've got a little bit extra chrome, we've got the roof rails, and everything being kind of nice and cohesive. I definitely like this little generation of Acadia. It's a cute car. It's really nicely kind of pulled together in aesthetic, not too boxy, not too much of a bubble. We've got those nice bright headlamps right here. We've got the fog lights and this kind of hybrid black and chrome grille, which I really like because I'm not a huge chrome everywhere type of person. But let's get into the interior, because that is definitely the exciting part. Julie mentioned before I popped that door open, we also do have blinkers on that side mirror, which is always really handy. And in here we have a beautifully configured interior, very nice soft ergonomic seats, feels like you're sitting on a recliner. And this one is a special one as well, because it does include captain's chairs instead of two benches. As you can see, beautiful captain chair configuration. We actually have one folded down to demonstrate the space, and we've got plenty of room for that third row, lots of cup holders, lots of storage, and it's just a really great ride. But let's hop into that driver's seat and really get into the nitty-gritty of our controls and everything and how it works. All right, so here are the controls. Here is everything that's going on. First impressions, even from the door, this has got a nice, beautiful kind of upscale feel to it. Everything is nicely wrapped. We've got stitching right here on the door, on the dash. We've got some stitching even on the shifter. Everything is really well adorned, really well wrapped, and it all looks very nicely upscale, kind of more elegant than your average, you know, mid-sized SUV type situation. Cranking it up, you can definitely hear it sounds really nice and smooth, got a little bit of power to it. And those steering wheel controls are definitely ample. We've got our cruise control right here. We've got our infotainment stuff right here. This is a key crank, and we do also have the lighting and like the ambient lighting controls over here, from the headlamps to the ambient. Typical controls right here. Some windows and some of the power mirror controls. We've got a little bit of like a little zoom area on the mirror to give you a better view, and we've got our universal garage stuff that's programmable up here. Going down, we have a pretty typical setup for the screen. It's not huge, but it can still be used as a touch screen, or you can use everything via buttons. We've got stuff like Stitcher, Pandora, Sirius XM. We've got, let's see here, Bluetooth, USB, and aux. So we've got good little bit of stuff. Settings and tone if you want a little more bass or a little more of anything else. We've got our favorites configuration, just in case you set a favorite hotkey. And that's pretty much it. The menu has some customizations and some things like that, and it's generally easy to navigate whether you're using the touchscreen or your buttons. I like having a combination of touchscreen and buttons, so if the touchscreen is acting some type of way, I already have physical buttons. Now here we do have dual zone climate control. We've got climate controlled seats. We've got the different things, including something that I do really like, is you can actually turn the tire pressure monitor sensors off. So let's just say you don't have TPMs installed in your vehicle and you don't want it to keep giving you a tire light even though your tires are fine. You can actually turn that feature on and off right here. That's kind of a unique feature to toggle. Got the little 12-volt outlet here, a little bit of storage space, and very elegantly kind of placed cup holders. So our console is just a little bit of a different scenario here. We've got some storage that can be covered at will. We've got one component here that slides and one component here that opens for a little bit of extra storage. Not a huge center console, but it's nicely configured. That is made up by the large glove box, little compartment up here, and of course, you know, your typical stuff that's all around the car. Another thing that I really love is that you have a full panel of climate control right back here for your passengers, and you've got just like a really nice kind of side area that's got some storage to it. Could be a little bit bigger, but it's still fairly comfy, and it's got the bottle holders, so not much to complain about there. The kind of nice upscale elegant configuration that we've got going on does transfer over to the back. Duly noted as well that we do have a Bose sound system installed in this vehicle, so you're going to get some nice sound quality. The captain's chairs do have a rail that they can slide forward on, stuff like that. You can actually lift this. It's a little bit harder to do with one hand, and you can fold them with this toggle right here to access the rear row, or just have everything flat. Back here, as I've mentioned, we do have our own climate control panel. We've got an outlet, and we've got 2 USB chargers and a little bit of storage. We've got quite a bit of room back here on that third row. We've got dual cup holders and storage, basically cup holder and storage for each passenger. And we have got little cargo shade mounts included, if you want to put this row down and install a cargo shade instead. This has got some nice room to it. This is already folded and extended kind of all the way back. It's not really folded, it's extended all the way back. And I do still have room. It's a little bit close, but my knees are not fully hitting the situation. So it feels still pretty nice even if I'm slouching. If I sit up straight, good little bit of leg room and a ton of headroom. So I'm not feeling like I'm playing any type of limbo. This is also a great angle to feature how nice and padded these front seats are, and these captain's chairs are no different. They're incredibly comfortable and very nice to feel and sit in, and they don't feel like the typical kind of stiff car seats. They're very ergonomic and they're contoured well. And welcome to the third row. So I am sitting back here. It's a little bit of an awkward angle, but I am sitting back here, and as an adult who's right around 5'10", I am still fully able to sit right behind this back seat. This will still be open because it's a captain's chair layout, and I'm actually pretty comfy over here. These seats are not as contoured, but they're still nice to sit in, and I definitely feel like I could ride back here for a good little while. Another thing that is cool is that we do have an outlet back here, so if anybody needs to charge their phone in the third row, they are more than welcome to. And they do have cargo space access, which there is a good little bit of cargo space with the third row down, and that's another benefit. All right, y'all, welcome to the final portion, which is that tailgate and that back area. We've got a power tailgate, and we've actually got a considerable amount of cargo room when we do not have these seats folded, which I think is really important. I actually had a client looking at this vehicle today and telling me, wow, this is one of the things that I'm missing, even out of some of the larger third row vehicles. We've got a little bit of a storage compartment over here for the utility, and then when we do fold these, get them actually folded down for demonstration. This is how much third row space we have. This also shows you a good little bit of space that you'll get if you fold all the chairs down that are not the front, and it gives you almost a small truck bed's worth of room, which I think is fantastic. All right, y'all, this is going to do it for the vehicle highlight on this 2014 GMC Acadia SLT-1. As you can see, from the style to the comfort to all of the different configurations, this is a solid choice for something that is a little bit bigger but not as huge as a Yukon or a Tahoe. So it's got the best of both worlds. And as you can see, it's got that little LED light wrap around the headlights. It looks like it's blinking on camera, but that is just the nature of the LEDs. Just the shutter speed of the LEDs kind of messes with the camera, but they do glow at a steady pace. Thank you so much for joining us. Head on over to steelcitymotors.com if you're not there already to learn more about this and all of our other inventory. Or if you want to drop by on one of these beautiful sunny days, head on over to 1011 Old Cedar Grove Road here in Moody, Alabama on I-20 exit 144. A, if you're coming from St. Clair. B, if you're coming from Jefferson. Y'all are awesome. We'll see you on the next one.